Folks, later with Jason Suel, we are wrapping up season 7 of our show. Boathouse, can you believe it?
Wrapping up season 7? I feel like we just started season 7. I don't even know what month or day it is. I'm pretty sure it's like March 42nd. Like, what is this? I'm trapped in this box too long.
I know, and today is absolutely Blur's Day for sure. Can you believe, Bo, a quarter of our show, a fourth of our show this season was done virtually?
Whoa, that many episodes already?
Yeah,
it's crazy how the time flies, man.
It is crazy.
It's so weird seeing you in a box.
I know. I have a surprise for you. We have a special celebrity guest that's going to walk us through season 7 of the show as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in person, but for right now, the socially distant box is the way we're going to have to do it.
I've got an idea. How about let's go back and watch the times when we did get to hang out in person?
Let's do that. Let's do that later. That you're doing on purpose, sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you, pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey! Hey everybody, welcome to our show, Later with Jason Suel. So glad you were tuned in. I cannot believe we are at the end of season 7 of the show. Can you believe that, Boathouse?
Seasons? We've been doing this for way too long. Why are we not rich and famouser?
Yeah,
we're pretty famous, right?
Right. Well, maybe local famous anyway. Oh wow, you're doing you have a whole thing going on. You have Slimer behind you.
It's so hot this summer. Has been miserable. No jackets for me this summer. So. Wild now, you know.
I love it. I love your look. And speaking of like things getting crazy and being hot, our show was pretty hot, I think, in season 7. And so to help kind of walk us through the episodes and talk about our favorites, we are joined now by Northwest Arkansas celebrity guest host joining us, Danielle Musselman. Danielle, of course, the First Lady of Arkansas men's basketball, big advocate for Northwest Arkansas. Also, Danielle, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for letting me come hang out with you. You're always having so much fun.
It is.
You're welcome for getting to hang out with us. Like, we should be thanking you. Come on.
Danielle, so we were just chatting before we started. You've been here for like a little over a year at this point. I'm curious, what are some highlights? What are some things you love about Northwest Arkansas?
Well, I have to say, basketball season was amazing. I didn't really know what to expect and I had no idea exactly how big Bud Walton Arena actually is and how loud it gets in there. So, I mean, that was amazing. And then something that kind of surprised me a little bit, I had no idea about all of the amazing like hikes and waterfalls. I didn't know about Beaver Lake. So all of the nature that
it is the natural state.
I know, and that's I drive around. I'm like, so this is why they call it the natural state. But there's just so many beautiful things that I had no idea were here. So it's been kind of fun getting out with the family and going on adventures and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know, especially as we've gotten into spring and summer months, and we're kind of like socially distant. Being outside in nature is a great way to do that, right? You can stay socially distant and still enjoy what our state has to offer.
When it's my family, they always complain. I make a plan, they complain, and then they get out there and they love it. So
same. It is the same at my house. I'm always coming up with plans and they're like, this sounds like an awful idea. And then we do it and everybody falls in love and wants to do it again the next day, Speaking of amazing things, we have been fortunate enough to feature a lot of great, amazing guests on our show this season.
How many episodes were in this season? It seems like there was 100 million.
It does seem like there's 32. This is number 32 for this season, so it's a lot. A couple of my favorite guests we've had on this season. I know we had Brittany K. Taylor join us. She's on the Disney Plus show Encore. So
you can stream her at home.
Yeah, right now you can go and find her. She's on episode 2 of Encore on Disney Plus. We had DJ Derek on the show, and I know you both kind of know DJ Derek really well.
One of my super homies.
Yeah. Bo, talk to us about your relationship with DJ.
I mean, we're both old school DJs, man. We met playing shows, and we both, it's one of those things where game respect game. You see somebody cutting some wax, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Then you go up there, and then you bond, and we've been friends ever since. And it's amazing to watch his journey to be like the head DJ of pretty much the SEC.
Yeah, for sure. What about for you, Danielle? You know DJ Dean pretty well.
I can't say that I'm a super homie, but I'm a super fan of DJ Derek. I don't know. He is at all of our home games at Bud Walton Arena, and he's so good. People don't realize that it's the whole, it's about the entertainment factor. It's not just about the basketball. You want to go and have a good time, and he seriously makes you feel like you're at a party. Like, I love what he does. He's so good.
Yeah, and I love when he came on the show and he talked about kind of his humble upbringing and how he kind of found his passion in being able to DJ, and now he's just blown up and he's all over the place, We were also fortunate enough to have the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank on the show.
Speaking of all over the place, especially right now when everything is crazy and a lot of people, I know we're up here laughing and smiling and having a good time, but we're also socially distanced for a reason. Right. And the NWA Food Bank's out there taking care of all these people, and it was really amazing to see just how far their reach stretches, and they're doing amazing work. It was so good to have them on.
For sure. And I got to mention one more that was one of my favorites. I'm so glad we were able to get Chris Clunk Selby on the show. Speaking of people who are doing a lot of amazing work in our community.
Another Fayetteville local celebrity legend.
Yeah.
That dude is like the Sasquatch of Northwest Arkansas. It's such a joy when you see him, but then he's just gone into the smoke.
Yeah, I know, and we were lucky enough to catch him on camera, just like if we were like.
He does not like making camera appearances unless it's his cell phone. He doesn't like, but we're us. We were special.
So, folks, we had a lot of great guests. It's hard to pick a favorite. So, why don't you choose your favorite? Take a look at these clips from season 7. Our guests on Later with Jason Suel. Oh my gosh, what a season that was.
So many memories.
I know. We always have fun, and I love that people come on the show and they're able to kind of tell us more, have fun, tell us more about who they truly are apart from the personality that people might know them as.
Well, really I hear this about our show a lot because people are always talking about our show, but one of the things that they love about coming on the show and watching the show is just how genuine all of it is. We really care about this community, and we care about our guests, and we're actually interested in what everybody's doing. I watch a lot of YouTube and I watch a lot of TV, and it's like, oh, you're on the show. Okay. Thanks for coming on. And you just churn them in and out. But the thing that I love about being on the show for so many seasons is how we really get to dig hands on in all of these different aspects of our community. And it's awesome.
Yeah. It's great stuff, and it's great that people continue to support us, and we appreciate that support. Folks,
but if you want to have more support, email us.
Please send us your support.
Or a fruit basket. I don't know, something.
Stick around. Bo Counts is here. Danielle Musselman is here. We're walking through our favorites from season 7 after this short break.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we've returned to Sam's Furniture. We're joined by Nick Robbins, Returning Home, nonprofit based right here in Springdale. Tell us about the work that you do in our community.
Absolutely. Returning Home is a place for men and women that are coming out of incarceration that are they have a past that is hindering the future they desire, we'd love to come alongside them in that process.
And you were also talking about how you have a facility where they can stay, but also you provide services if they're not just staying at the facility. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, we have a food pantry, clothing closet. We help people get jobs. We have classes, but then we also have a residential component for men pulling directly from prison. They're looking to stay for 90 days.
Well, if people are watching right now, they want to learn more about the organization, how can they do that?
Yeah, you can go to our website. It's www.returninghomenwa.com.
Thank you so much. Bo, what's going on?
I think I'm gonna return home with this lamp.
This is not what that means. Welcome back, everybody. So glad you tuned in. Later with Jason Suel. Thanks for joining us on your Saturday night. We've got Danielle Musselman here with us. We've got Bo Counts. We're kind of walking through season 7. So much fun we had on the show. And one thing I want to make sure that we talk about are our creative bits. We have a lot of fun with our community creating some fun segments for the show. And one of those I think that's really interesting is the one we did with mascots. Do you remember that, Bo? We did it at your bar, actually.
We did. I remember everybody hanging out for hours on end, dressed in sweaty suits. But we were drinking, having a good time, making jokes. And Danielle, you probably know a thing or two about mascots.
I do. They're so important. I have a quick funny story to tell you guys about mascots. I'm not going to tell you the university. It was not Arkansas, but we were in the first round of the tournament, and the mascot was not dancing up to snuff. And so when we advanced to the second round, they actually made a little change. They swapped out the person.
Oh my gosh. That's so interesting.
So is that normal? I mean, is there like an A mascot and then like a second string mascot? That's
like the JV, junior varsity mascot?
This is my time to do a cartwheel down the stands and, you know, like in their moment in the giant foam head.
It happens. I'm telling you, you have to come out and perform 100% every game.
Wow. Because I was just imagining that maybe, you know, when a mascot fails, they look over at the guy that's there at every game, like jamming in the seats, like, no, it's that guy. You get over here, put the costume on. And the guy's like, what, me? And
yeah. So we had our fun mascot segment on the show. We also got out into the community, as we always do. We did some pinpoint segments where we get out and visit with local businesses. I know that we got out, visited at Pinpoint, and with 37 North Expeditions hit some trails.
We went hiking.
We went hiking. We also brought back one of our favorites from a previous season where we highlighted the animation and just the cartoon work of Gustav Carlson for our segments, Galactic Raiders. They were a lot of fun.
And we've also been working on a new one.
That's right. Spill the beans, Bo. We've got some stuff coming up.
No, we've got a new one. It's a space western that we're working on with Chad Maupin from Big Bot, and we're actually been recording a lot of the dialogue recently. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. All that to say, we've had a lot of fun on the show. So take a look at these clips of our creative segments from Later with Jason Suel. Oh my gosh, so much fun we've had being creative on Later with Jason Suel this season. I had forgotten all about, I can't believe, Instagram Paw and Turbo Dan, two of our most...
Insta G and Turbo D.
I know. Some of our most frequent guests. Danielle, we hope...
Ridiculous guests.
Yes. We hope that you have as much fun watching the show as we have creating it, because it's a lot of fun.
I do. I love it. And I just feel like it's giving me a live tour around Northwest Arkansas. And it's just like you go and you meet all the exciting people and see all of the exciting things. It's a must-see TV.
Yes.
We are NWA's personal concierges of entertainment.
That's what I
Yes.
was looking for.
Well, stay tuned, folks, because you are not going to want to miss our next segment where we look at some of the best in musical entertainment that Northwest Arkansas and the state and even the country has to offer. Stick around. More happening later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So glad you're tuned in. Bo Counts is here. Danielle Musselman is here. Thank you both again so much for being a part of this show wrap, season wrap for season 7 of Later with Jason Suel.
I mean, I think I'm kind of contractually obligated to not miss it. So
yeah, it's true. Mainly I was thinking Danielle, but I thought I would throw your name in there, but I don't know why I did
I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
But we have so much more to talk about because
we do.
We got so much more that we did this season.
Yes. So musical guests have always been a big portion of our show. And this season,
we're basically
the
VH1 of Northwest Arkansas.
You remember when music videos were actually a thing? MTV, VH1? Absolutely.
It's crazy how they've gone. It's all Vivo now.
Right. But we do welcome musical guests to the show every week. We've got some great talent in the region. I'm remembering back, we had Carrie Foe. We had rap artist Bang join us. We had Bray Lenny on the show. Oh, yeah, Mark Harmony. Danielle, I know that you've heard Mark Harmony perform. What do you think of that a cappella group?
Oh my, they're incredible. I mean, I love seeing anyone that's musically talented because I am not, and I know how hard it is. But just to see these young people, they are so, so good. I was really lucky to see them at an event. I don't even know that. I think they did 4 or 5 songs, but they are awesome. If you have not seen them, get out there and do that.
Absolutely. So take a look at these clips of some of our musical guests from season 7 of Later with Jason Suel. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Guys, are you even paying attention at this point?
Well, I'm not ready. Jason, I know we have a whole lot more to talk about, but I'm not. Can we just go to commercial or something?
Absolutely. Folks, stick around. Danielle Musselman is here. Bo Counts is here. We're walking through season 7. We've got more after this short break. Again, folks, thanks so much for joining us later with Jason Suel. We've got Danielle Musselman here and Bo Counts, of course. We're walking through season 7 of the show.
Feels like
it's
we're having to run
season.
Through it, though. There's so much.
There is so much content. And what we're going to get to right now is the culinary scene in Northwest Arkansas is really popping. And for about half of our season, we were able to have in-studio guests.
You know what's really popping is my waistline, the belts on my jeans, because of all the culinary stuff that I get to eat in Northwest Arkansas. It's crazy.
I know. Danielle, perhaps you could tell us, what do you think of the food here in Northwest Arkansas since you've been here?
It's amazing. I mean, I'm not a person that likes to go to chains. So the food scene in Northwest Arkansas is perfect because there are so many local, individually owned restaurants. And honestly, that's like our date night. Like on a Friday, we'll just go and say, okay, what haven't we tried yet? Let's go do that. I love it.
I know Jason's been sitting here running like a fool and losing weight. But meanwhile, I've been out here eating all this takeout, putting on my COVID-19, as I'm calling it. And, but it's because there's so much good food here. It's crazy.
There is so much good food. And let's have a look at some of the chef guests we've had on season 7. All right, folks, that is our show, and that is a wrap on season 7 of Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we leave, of course, we have to thank the hostess with the mostest, Danielle Musselman. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so glad. We're so glad we have at least one fan, and it's Danielle Musselman. We can't believe it.
What a fan to have, though. What a fan.
I know. What a fan to have. And as we leave this episode, we're going to take a look at some of our favorite moments of our show open. It's been something we've been doing since the beginning of the show.
Infamous and legendary podium.
The podium bits. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile. We'll see you in season 8.
Yeah.